With less than 2 months to go until the Great American Bash, things are getting interesting here on SmackDown. Michael Cole and JBL at ringside, and how about that huge tag team match tonight?
You talk about a main event, 4 championship contenders squaring off, and one of them, that head case, Mick Foley.
Well, Mick Foley did make a very compelling case for strength in numbers.
Foley's got so many voices in his head, he's practically a one-man tag team all by himself.
Look at the champion celebrating in the ring. You think he just won the match.
He just saw his top contenders take a beating. No wonder he's so happy.
And I think these two may be forced into continuing their alliance.
Yeah, well, let's hope that crazy isn't contagious then.
I think you'd almost have to be crazy to get into the ring with Mick Foley.
If that's the case, then those two shouldn't have a problem then.
Hey, it's Mick. I know you saw ECW's open challenge, and I know ECW. A win there would be huge for both of us, but those Extreme Rules matches get ugly in a hurry. Maybe we could team up and watch each other's back.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to ECW's One Night Stand, live on pay-per-view. Michael Cole and John Bradshaw Layfield here at ringside. And John, did you ever think you'd be providing commentary for an ECW match?
Let's just say I hoped it would never come to this, and I hope it's a one-time only deal.
Well, the name of the pay-per-view is One Night Stand, and tonight's SmackDown is represented by one of our top contenders.
And I'm not his biggest fan, but I hope he doesn't embarrass us out there tonight.
He's come to ECW to represent SmackDown and to prove that he's the legitimate contender for the championship.
I don't know who he expects to impress here with these bingo hall wannabes.
Foley's no stranger to ECW. As the dangerous, violent, unpredictable Cactus Jack, he's had many a brutal match in an ECW ring.
No doubt about it. Foley shed buckets of blood, sweat, and tears in ECW, but mostly blood.
He's one of ECW's top superstars, a gifted athlete with a bright future ahead of him. And tonight, he's going to try and take SmackDown to the extreme.
Yeah, good luck with that kid. He looks a little wet behind the ears to be taking SmackDown anywhere, if you ask me.
It's hard to imagine an odder couple than these two superstars, but That's ECW for you.
You ain't kidding. I swear it's like the island of misfit toys around here. Talk about superstars who don't have an ounce of quit between them. You're looking at them right here.
And that's a potentially dangerous mindset to be in. If you're too proud to realize that you're in trouble, you might wind up risking your career for a single match.
Hey, you got to be in there every single match and be willing to do whatever it takes. You'd know that if you actually ever step between those ropes.
I don't have to have been in a match to realize that jeopardizing my future for the sake of one match is he's just brutalizing his opponent with that table.
Well, I guess it's better than being put through a table, but not much.
Oh my God, what a chair shot!
Yeah, and that doesn't tickle, believe me.
He's swinging for the fences with that sledgehammer.
He's all about bringing the hammer down, and
he's putting that weapon to good use here.
And as long as he's got that thing, he's in the driver's seat.
And the crowd has come alive tonight with it. Oh man, what an impact.
You could hear that one up in the cheap seats.
I don't think that chair's going to be good for much after this match.
Well, it's good for what he's using it for, and that's all that matters.
This is going to be big, one way or the other.
There's the cover.
One.
Man, what a match. Kids, if you're watching this, don't try this.
Oh my God, what a sickening impact from that sledgehammer.
No kidding. That thing's meant to crush stone. Imagine what it'll do to a human being.
I think we might be looking at the future of the WWE.
You got to be careful when you're going up there. Wow, what a shot. That sledgehammer will mess you up, but good.
And
on the mat, shoulders down. This could be it. And you just can't put anything over on these fans.
You sure can't. They see everything, and they'll let you know.
He might be ECW, but you always hate to see a competitor injured like that.
Speak for yourself. As far as I'm concerned, SmackDown just sent ECW a message.
Well, if nothing else, he proved that he could deal with this level of violence.
But for how long? The human body wasn't designed to take that kind of punishment.
You're right about that. We've seen many a career sidelined due to injury.
You got to be tough and smart if you want to make it around here.
With only 1 month to go until the Great American Bash, the action continues here on SmackDown. Michael Cole here with JBL at ringside, and tonight we'll see two of SmackDown's top contenders go head-to-head.
And that's a great match, but I'm just happy to be back here on SmackDown and away from ECW.
Speaking of that, do you think this superstar is still feeling the effects of his appearance in One Night Stand?
No question, but he knows he can't back down from this challenge either.
Come on, the match is over.
Yeah, but the fight to become #1 contender at the Great American Bash isn't.
It's Mick Foley.
He hasn't been seen since One Night Stand.
Mick Foley is clearing house. Oh my.
He almost massacred the guy he came to save.
That looked more like Cactus Jack than Mick Foley.
Less than 1 month remains until the Great American Bash. This is Michael Cole, here with John Bradshaw Layfield, and the champion is in action tonight.
Yeah, in a non-title match, because this wannabe contender went whining to the GM.
Whining? The champ tried to assault him in the ring after his match last week.
Oh, boo-hoo. It's the champ's job to defend his title at all costs. Any real challenger has to be just as ruthless.
Finally, after a month of dealing with the champ's henchmen, he's finally getting his chance to step into the ring against the champ himself.
This might be a non-title match, but you can bet that it could make him or break him as a championship contender.
Ever since One Night Stand, there's definitely been something a little off about Mick Foley.
Off. Just say it, Michael. The guy's nuts. Having him watching your back is a crapshoot at best, but beggars can't be choosers.
After what he did last week, our general manager forced the champion into this match. This could be a preview of the Great American Bash right here.
Whoa, hold on a minute. I haven't heard anything official about a championship match, have you? The Bash is still a month away.
He's supposed to be a contender for the championship, but here he is defending the champ.
He's not here to defend the champ. He's here to keep an eye on his fellow contenders. Get with the program.
He made his opponent look like a chump with that counter.
What a counter that was.
I've seen matches won and lost because of moves like this.
Sometimes it seems like there's no risk too great for Jeff Hardy to take.
That's because he's got more brains than sense.
I doubt that. If he didn't know what he was doing, he'd never have lasted as long as he has in this business.
These superstars have been giving it everything they've got all night.
They sure have. And that's where the superb conditioning of the WWE superstars comes into play.
Yeah, you're not going to win a match if you're blown up 2 minutes into it.
You can say that again. I've seen matches won and lost simply because one superstar was able to outlast their opponent.
Looks like someone's moving up in the world.
One.
When I first heard about this match, I wasn't sure what to think, but these superstars are blowing me away.
Really? As soon as I heard about it, I expected a tremendous matchup, and I haven't been disappointed.
I didn't say I'm not disappointed, but I'll talk about getting stuck with you as a broadcast partner some other time.
You talk about raw power. You talk...
Now there's a superstar with guts. These top rope moves, though, are high risk. These superstars give everything they've got when they're in a match like this, but a lot of people don't realize what they sacrifice behind the scene.
I don't know if this is such a good move. This could be disastrous.
He's going up, and what goes up must go down. There's the reversal. Talk about superstars who don't have an ounce of quit between them. You're looking at them right here.
And that's a potentially dangerous mindset to be in. If you're too proud to realize that you're in trouble, you might wind up risking your career for a single match.
Hey, you got to be in there every single match and be willing to do whatever it takes. You'd know that if you actually ever step between those ropes.
I don't have to have been in a match to realize that jeopardizing my future for the sake of one match is incredibly short-sighted. Top rope moves can win or lose you the match. There's very little middle ground.
Going up that turnbuckle hurts a hell of a lot less than coming down from it.
He's got him covered.
1, 2.
No matter where he goes, Jeff Hardy always enjoys enthusiastic fan support.
Of course he does. These people want to cheer someone who's as big of a loser as they are. Man, this one's turned into a fight, pure and simple.
We knew it was going to be intense. We knew it was going to be physical. But I don't think anyone was prepared. So much can go wrong from that top turnbuckle. There's the cover. Can he do it?
2, 3.
Watching these superstars go.
Look out, Mick Foley is on a rampage.
See, this is what I'm talking about. Foley's gone completely around the bend.
Well, his opponent certainly isn't helping matters by baiting him like that.
He's just revealing how far gone Foley is. Somebody better get a padded cell ready.
I don't see insanity. I see rage and frustration, nothing more.
Call it what you want. Mick Foley's a mad dog, and somebody better put him down.
We're just over 2 weeks away from the Great American Bash. Michael Cole and JBL at ringside, and I can't imagine a bigger main event than the one we've got tonight.
Yeah, and I can't imagine why our GM's allowing that Socko, Mick Foley, to be a part of it.
He's a championship contender last I checked.
He's a danger to himself and to everyone around him.
Mick Foley has completely snapped.
He's lost it. We might need more referees out here.
I wanted to believe that Foley was just frustrated, but I think it's worse than that.
I'm glad you finally opened your eyes. Foley is a menace. This man needs professional help.
He's completely focused on winning the championship. What happens if he fails?
I don't think he wants to even consider that, and quite frankly, I don't either.
I read what you had to say on WWE.com. I bet that's one of those things that sounded better in your head than it did once you said it. I've got some trash to take out this week, but next week, it's you and me in a #1 contenders match.
We are just over a week away from the Great American Bash. Michael Cole and JBL at ringside, and next week's main event is Mick Foley's chance to become the #1 contender.
And if I was facing Mick Foley next week, I'd use this week to take him down a peg.
That's one idea, John. Another is to face a healthy Mick Foley and prove your legitimacy beyond a shadow of a doubt.
That kind of thinking explains why you're you and I am the longest reigning WWE champion in SmackDown history.
With his schedule for next week's set, this will probably be the last time he faces one of the champ's henchmen.
Championship contenders, Michael. Championship contenders. You keep calling them henchmen, and I think the champ's going to have a problem.
He's tried and failed to take out his opponent over the last couple of months, and you know the champ can't be happy about that.
I hope you're just implying that the champ would like to see a potential contender knocked out of the running, and not that there's any collusion between this superstar and the champion.
No collusion, huh? Well, then explain why the champion is coming out here for this match.
How many times do I have to say it? One of these superstars is a potential challenger for his championship. He's just doing his homework. first heard about this match, I wasn't sure what to think, but these superstars are blowing me away.
Really? As soon as I heard about it, I expected a tremendous matchup, and I haven't been disappointed.
I didn't say I'm not. Going up that turnbuckle hurts a hell of a lot less than coming down from it.
Nice reversal.
That was a textbook reversal.
These superstars have been giving it everything they've got all.
You got to be careful when you're going up there.
His opponent might not have enough left to kick out.
I can't believe the lack of respect these fans have for Chavo Guerrero and his legendary family.
I don't think it's the Guerreros they have a problem with. I think it's Chavo himself.
I've been looking forward to this match all night.
So have I. It's certainly been one of the most anticipated matchups in recent weeks.
And usually when you got that kind of hype, it's tough to live up to expectation, but these superstars aren't having any trouble doing that.
They sure aren't, and that's an impressive thing.
I don't know. He's putting a lot on the line going up there.
I don't think anyone in this match has even considered that they might not walk out the winner.
Of course not. That's the kind of attitude that gets you beat quicker than anything.
And that's something I don't think people realize.
I think he's going to fly.
No matter where he goes, Jeff Hardy always...
He could get the pin right here.
2, 3.
These people might not respect.
He's endured 2 months of adversity, and it might finally be taking its toll.
You can't let the pressure get to you like that if you want to go all the way.
Maybe so, but I can hardly blame him. Think about what he's had to endure.
When? I was champion for almost a year, and you didn't hear me cry when the going got tough.
It looks to me like he just wants to compete and get it over with right now.
Too bad for him. Save it for next week, pal.
Your match against Mick Foley is gonna headline SmackDown this week, but I'm getting pressure from management to jazz it up a little. I'm gonna forward you an email from the boss man that you should check out, player.
After weeks of anticipation, the Great American Bash is this Sunday. Michael Cole and JBL at ringside, and tonight's main event is a pay-per-view quality match.
For years, I've been saying Mick Foley should be locked up, and tonight, it's going to happen.
A steel cage match to determine the #1 contender at, where else? The Great American Bash.
It's going to be vicious, it's going to be brutal, and I can't wait to see those two tear each other apart.
This is his final step toward establishing himself as the #1 contender for the championship. It all comes down to this match.
And it's not going to be easy, but if he emerges victorious, no one can ever claim that he didn't earn it.
To the casual observer, this looks like McFoley, but underneath the surface beats the heart of a madman, Cactus Jack.
I like to think of myself as a tough guy, Michael, but I'm not ashamed to say that you couldn't pay me enough to get in the ring against that man. He is an animal.
I hope this isn't the last time we see these superstars face off.
I've seen matches won and lost because of moves like this.
Nice quick counter there. I'll never understand how Jeff Hardy can leave the house looking like that.
I don't know. I think the Jeff Hardy hairstyle is exactly what you might need to update your image a little.
You'd never catch me wearing my hair that long. It's just unmanly.
He's going up, and what goes up must come down.
You can't blame him for wanting out of that cage.
Look at that. He made it to the top of the cage.
Hey, don't leave yet. Back in here.
He's not going to fall for this, is he?
Don't worry. This isn't Cactus Jack. Here, I'll prove it.
That's Mr. Socko. You wouldn't catch Cactus Jack doing that.
Come on, shake or don't, but make up your mind.
I didn't expect to see that tonight, but I'm glad to see that Mick Foley's sanity seems to have returned.
I knew that Socko was up to something.
Hey, wait, that's the champ.
He knows that the Great American Bash just got a whole lot easier.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Great American Bash.
And I can't wait to see the champ bash the challenger's face in tonight.
The challenger has taken on all comers, and now only one man remains.
Yeah, the most dangerous superstar on the SmackDown roster.
The championship is on the line, and there's only room for one man at the top. He's overcome every obstacle in his path, but can he overcome his biggest one yet and become the champion here tonight?
I can't say I like his odds. It's been 2 months of brutality for him, and we all saw what happened last week.
I don't believe for a second that Mick Foley signed that manager's contract just so he could give the champ career advice.
Of course not. He's bitter about not being the #1 contender, and he can't stand the idea of the man who beat him becoming the champion.
The champion is dependent on other superstars to do his dirty work, but tonight, he's got to take care of business for himself.
You make it sound like he's not capable of it. Let me tell you something. This man has everything he needs to get the job done tonight.
I think he's gonna fly.
What a reversal. He was one step ahead on that one. Watching these superstars go at it reminds me why I prefer to stay on this side of the announce table.
You know, if you let me train you, you could be cruiserweight champ inside a year.
Oh, no. I've heard stories about the way you train people. You make Marine drill instructors look like pushovers.
Are you surprised? They're just training people to go to war. I train them to be WWE superstars.
Well, thanks, but no thanks.
This is stupid. Why is he risking everything by going up there? I'll never understand how Jeff Hardy can leave the house looking like that.
I don't know. I think the Jeff Hardy hairstyle is exactly what you might need to update your image a little.
You'd never catch me wearing my hair that long. It's just unmanly.
This is a big risk. Will it pay off? These superstars' top rope moves can win or lose you the match. There's very little middle ground.
Watch it. His opponent might not have enough left to kick out. These superstars have been giving it everything they've got all night.
They sure have. And that's where the superb conditioning of the WWE superstars comes into play.
Yeah, you're not going to win a match if you're blown up 2 minutes into it.
You can say that again. I've seen matches won and lost simply because one superstar was able to outlast their opponent.
If you ask me, Batista's best days were back when he was Triple H's lackey.
Batista was impressive as a member of Evolution, but it wasn't until he left them that he earned the first of several World Heavyweight Championship victories.
Man, this one's turning. This could be big, but it could backfire.
He's climbing the turnbuckle. Will this pay off?
Man, I don't want this match to end.
I'm with you, partner. But it's got to end sooner or later.
Well, whichever way it goes, no one can say that these superstars didn't give it everything they got.
No matter where he goes, Jeff Hardy always enjoys enthusiastic fan support.
Of course he does. These people want to cheer someone who's as big of a loser as they are. These superstars are at the... He's going up, and what goes up must come down. Here's the pin. This could be it.
2, 3.
You talk about raw power.
He did it. We've got a new champion.
I don't believe it. How in the hell did he pull that off?
And there's a little something for his fallen opponent.
What? He didn't punish him enough during the match?
Oh my, he's really making sure everyone knows who the champion is.
And you might not like it, but that's exactly the kind of message you have to send.
Even on his way out of the arena, he's adding insult to injury.
Good for him. If he holds on to that attitude, he'll hold that championship as long as he wants.
I guess I should congratulate you. After all, if I had to be beat, I guess it's good that I got beat by the future champ, right? Enjoy that championship. I'm going away for a while, but who knows? I might be back before you know it.
The Great American Bash is come and gone, and we're just over 1 month away from SummerSlam. Michael Cole here with John Bradshaw Layfield at ringside, and the champion is in action tonight.
Yeah, in a triple threat match. Good thing for him, it's a non-title match.
And John, what about those rumors that Raw may be looking to invade SmackDown tonight?
They'd be stupid to try, but I've never accused them of being geniuses.
There they are, the #1 contender and the superstar who hopes to...
Whoa, hold on.
He's a Raw superstar.
He's got no business being out here. Somebody better clear this trash out of SmackDown's ring.
It's the champ.
He just saved his #1 contender from being manhandled. We just got the word that the show must go on. Instead of a triple threat match, this is going to be a single match.
Someone doesn't look too happy about that one.
What do you expect? Tonight was supposed to be his night, and Raw ruined it.
I'd at least expect him to show a little gratitude to the champion.
Gratitude for what?
How about for saving him from that ambush?
He didn't save him from anything. The champ's just a glory hound. That's all.
That little love tap I gave your opponent was a present to you from Raw. We'll make sure you keep the championship as long as you join us after SummerSlam. And if you don't like that deal, well, you saw what happened to your opponent. That little love tap I gave...